They ain't gonna like this. I don't give a fuck. I'm just picking up what Papa said wanted me to talk about. I don't give a fuck. These motherfuckers gotta be exposed. I ain't the only one that know. Yes, 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 you see the title. These corrupt police departments are being exposed to being involved in high level corruption. High level corruption. And it ain't just me speaking on it. It's the citizens around the town that's speaking on it that has caused the Internal Affairs to investigate the whole goddamn department. They are linked and working directly with some mobsters, like mob ties type shit. You guys are basically the mob. And I know the police departments don't have the best resume when it comes to justice, but you got to look what type of time we in. Just look at the times. It's Judgment Day. We're in Judgment Day. Everybody's getting judged. Even the government's getting judged for what they did. So you're getting judged, and these people ain't been working right. They took the devil's bait. I'm called to do a reading on this. Give it a second for the people to come in. I don't want to repeat myself. And you will be compensated because, dude, if the plan worked out, you wouldn't even be here. These people were paid to turn a blind eye, and there were off-duty cops watching you. And there's evidence. I'm talking about Internal Affairs got the evidence. It ain't like it's coming from. It ain't like it's coming from just regular people. It's coming from the people at where they at, basically, but a little higher up. Basically, the primal feds out there getting it done, working. I ain't the only one that see it. I'm just, I'm looking low. I'm low looking high. They high looking low. And they know what's going on. That's why the National Guard finna come in here. They finna get destabilized. Not to say there ain't gonna be no police force, but it's too much high level corruption to where it's all gotta go. It's basically they're not doing the right things. They're leaving a majority of the crimes that is taking an effect on the innocent while doing petty stuff, traffic violations, petty stuff, sneaky suspicions, just pulling people over. They're not taking care of the big problem. I will never forget New Year's Eve. No cops in sight. No cops in sight where I was at. Nothing but gunshots. There were so many gunshots where I was at. They were trying to take me out. They were basically paid to turn a blind eye. And then another thing that lets you know, Peoria. Why is Casey real good with the chief police of Peoria? That is a red flag right there. Like they friends or something. I'm like, bro, it don't take two to figure out that they tied in his corruption. There was so much drugs being sold at that Motel 6. Do you know how much drugs that was being sold at that Motel 6 and they still didn't investigate that? I'm talking about the police department knew what was going on there. They knew what was going on there. Peoria police was negligent in taking that place down. Very negligent. They did not do nothing about that place being infested with drug dealers, infested with impure drugs, having the weapon of mass destruction right up in there, fentanyl. They didn't do nothing about it because the city was involved in that money laundering stuff. Not everybody was involved because there's people on the city cabinet that question the mayor giving Casey all that money. Talking about that's reckless spending. They gave her $10,000, then overnight they gave her 80-something thousand dollars. That is a red flag. And she had a total of $286,000 of funding, and it wasn't even up to par. That place was hell, dude. That place was hell. That's how you know that project was not worth $286,000. They were money laundering, bro. She was making that money, dirty money, moving it around. the dark market, moving it around, giving, literally had people in there selling drugs for her, bro. Getting that clean money, making it dirty, and going back to the mayor. I think her name Rita Ali. Going back to the mayor, giving her money, bro. It is corrupt, and the cops were in on it. Not all the cops, but majority of them. This is the police department of Peoria, bro. Like, they were involved with working with my family. They were involved working with my family. The internal affairs know they've been investigated. It has to seem like nobody watching them to catch them with their pants down, bro. Y'all attached to this case that has something to do with me. Y'all attached to the case. There's plenty of dirty cops that's name written down getting y'all investigated. There's like more than 8 cops involved, so that's enough to go in that police department and just shake it down. Y'all not right. Y'all took the devil's bait. It's Judgment Day. Even Trump out here moving a certain type of way. Because Trump, even though they can say this or that about Trump, but even Trump know he got to maintain balance. Even Trump know he got to maintain balance. These people out here working for the mob. These people out here working for the mob. These police departments. And I'm specifically talking about the Peoria police, because where I'm at, they on some BS. They on some BS. These people were negligent on taking care of the big crimes in the town. These people were being paid off. These people were being paid off. You probably got those few that ain't in it because it's a click thing. It's a click thing. And yeah, they messing with my views, bro. Like she said, I got way more people in here. They playing with my views. Anybody that's playing with my views on YouTube, y'all gonna be forced to leave my stuff alone. Y'all gonna be forced because they playing with my views. But yeah, these cops got this whole town in a bad state. This place is infested with drugs that shouldn't even be here. And they know the people that's selling it. They know. They don't do nothing about it because these people are paid. Internal Affairs has been investigating these people. They finna go down. They finna go down real soon because this whole RICO is being wrapped up. And there's many cops that's finna lose their job, but they just finna come in. Confirmation. They don't want me to talk. They finna come in to destabilize it due to the high level of corruption. It's too corrupt up there, bro. It's Judgment Day. It's Judgment Day. Y'all took the devil's bait. Give me a reading on this, Great Mother. Castaway, all negative energies around. Tell me about these cops. They were all doing a personal gain. They were all getting paid. They were getting paid off with this 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, to turn a blind eye. This is what I'm getting because with the 2 of Swords, they got the bandage on their eyes. With their swords up. They're basically forcing to stand down and turn a blind eye with the 2 of Swords. Because if you know the 2 of Swords, there's a bandage on the eyes. And they're telling me they were getting paid to turn a blind eye. Like, the whole department is attached to this case. We're not going to act like the mayor ain't involved either. The mayor is involved, bro. Y'all was paying Casey to do that crazy shit. Come on, dude. They're not finna act like Casey wasn't involved. Casey was involved, dude. I better stop playing with me. The mayor was involved, bro. You're not finna give her all that money unless you know something. You're not finna give her all that money unless you know something. You know something. You know something, bro. I'm not finna sit down here and act like this town is perfect. This town just, they're doing their job. They're not doing their goddamn job. These people are acting like criminals, but this is the weirdest town I know, bro. This is the weirdest town I know. They trying to get instability from the wrong ways. These people get instabilities in the wrong way, but nigga. Yeah, nigga moving around. Nigga, yeah, the devil moving around. That's what I like. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, bro, get out of here, dude. Oh, God, get out of here. Yeah, working together, bro. They were working together. Literally, Three of Pentacles, collaboration. They all working together, and they're all going down. Like, trust me, I'm speaking about it, but there's higher ups that know. I always talked about the primal feds out here. Yeah, the primal feds are out here watching these corrupt police officers. Like, y'all just don't know. Y'all is being watched more than me. Y'all is literally attached to this big Rico. Y'all is involved, not all of them, but y'all literally is involved with this stuff. Y'all, y'all got blood on your hands. Y'all took blood money. That is not right. These people are supposed to be justice, this, that, and the third. These people got blood money on their goddamn hands. Confirmation went. I know I'm telling the truth because this dude got up and left. I don't know. This dude ain't right. This dude got a weird soul, weird spirit on him. If you know what I'm saying. Yeah. They basically was paid to not deal with nothing. They were paid not to deal with them. When I'm getting from the Six of Swords, they were just being paid for the criminals to go off in the sunset. You feel me? With no consequences done on them. Tell me about the mayor. Tell me about the mayor in Peoria. Tell me about the mayor in Peoria. All right, clarify this. I'm getting this. It looked like they're she's trying to flee due to her connections with this, trying to protect her image because she was getting paid off it too. It seemed like she's trying to be on a run low key and try to protect herself. Because if you look at the mayor of Peoria, she had fraud charges in her career. Like you can look her up and she was connected to fraud. And they got her up there. And then she funds Casey so much money. And I had to go in there and peep it. Dude, Casey had people in there selling drugs. Casey had people in there selling drugs for her. With that same money, she was getting funded. And she be trafficking motherfuckers. So she was getting paid. She was moving that money around doing a whole bunch of shiesty shit. Plus, invested in hidden cameras in people's rooms. I wasn't the only one that had hidden cameras. She was watching other people. She put hidden cameras in girl rooms. Like, come on, man. There were some people that went missing involved with her, bro. I'm not gonna act like, yeah, there's people that went missing that ain't nobody talking about. That's sex trafficking, bro. She got blood on her hands. We acting like she a good person. No, she not. No, she not. No, she not. No, she not. Tell me more about this goddamn mayor. Oh my God, she was working to steal big money from people. Now she in her head because she know the walls are closing in on her. Working real diligently to steal niggas' wealth and to build her own wealth. Now she in her head about it. Now she can't sleep because the mayor, she tied into it too. She know the walls are sinking in on her. That guilty conscience is eating her up. We're not gonna act like this mayor not involved with this too. If the mayor involved, you know the cops involved. The cops are involved. And I have to speak up on my story, but this video found you, this resonating with you, bro. It's attached to your city too, bro. It's attached to your city too. Yeah, King of Pentacles. Basically, what I'm getting from that got her stability from not doing the right thing, making bad decisions, working with the devil. Confirmation. Like y'all is not slick. Y'all is not slick. Y'all is not slick. Like, there's some look. There's the police. There's the police right there pulling up confirmation. Look, the police is right there, bro. Dude, the police right there. The police right here, bro. You feel me? Look, I'm curious if he gonna come in. Look, that's how you know I'm telling the truth. Look, dude, the police just pulled up. They mad because I'm exposing their ass. Dude, they mad because I'm exposing them, bro. They freaking out. Bro, they're freaking out, bro. Look, the cops just pulled up. Dude, the cops just pulled up, bro. Ain't talking loud. Ain't saying nothing but the truth, bro. That's how you know I'm telling the truth. These cops are connected to this corruption, bro. And it ain't right. It ain't right. Because when I'm speaking the truth, oh yeah, they're going to shake in their boots. They going to shake in their boots. They going to shake in their boots. Oh, okay. Bro, he ain't on nothing. He just buying food. But ain't that a coincidence? Ain't that a coincidence? Come on now. Next thing you know, you see the cop pulling up. Bro, the cops are involved, bro. The cops are involved, bro. It's so not right. There's so many people that got their lives taken out because of these people. I'm protected, but there's people that wasn't protected that got taken out due to these criminals paying these cities off to do these heinous crimes towards the people. And the internal affairs is just stacking up evidence, but it's gonna get to a point where you're gonna have to come in. You're gonna have to come in because you're gonna make an imbalance to where the ancestors gotta come in and they're gonna and pop a set. They're gonna destabilize this whole city, shake this whole city down, and then we're gonna have to climb up a couple of steps rather than just dealing with the bad apple. It's gonna be rotten all around to where we gotta take all the apples out. It's gonna get to a point where the primal forces are gonna have to come into play. The primal forces are going to come into play. Not all of them are bad, but they just to have that in there, it's causing a big issue. It's not right. It's not right, bro. It's not right. Bro, if I wasn't protected, if I wasn't smart, if I wasn't wise, dude, they would have, you know what I'm saying? They would have, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I know how to move. I'm wise. I ain't stupid. I'm wise. I ain't stupid. I ain't no dummy. They can't get me. But there's people that they got. There's people that they got. They didn't get me. But I have to speak up on the people that didn't make it. In the internal affairs, no, that's why they're sitting in. Bro, that's why they're sending in the National Guard. This corruption got to a point where, dude, even them people up there was like, dude, this is an issue. This city ain't taking care of the problem in the city. Trafficking, drugs, they're taking petty tickets, suspicious driving. That ain't enough. There's literally people getting targeted. There's literally people they're trying to take out. You guys ain't doing nothing about it. We got the civilians even questioning the cops. This ain't no time to be corrupt. Everybody's getting judged. Everybody's getting judged, bro. Everybody's getting judged. Okay, that's too many. That shit was funny though. As soon as I started speaking up, the cops came, bro. That is confirmation, bro. The cops said, "Oh, I ain't gonna say too much, but I know where I'm at. Then the cops are corrupt. I'm in a new city, so I don't know, but I know the police, the Peoria police, are hella corrupt. How how can the chief of police be real good friends with a drug dealer? with a con artist. That don't even make sense. And then you got the mayor giving her all this goddamn money. And if you look at what she spent it on, a lot of that food was donations. A lot of that food was donations she got, so it didn't get spent on the food. 200 grand is not confirmation. There's more money to go around to have like half of that to take care of 6 months of 6 months of housing in that little hotel motel because it's cheap. You got over $100,000 that has just been moving around being sent back to people that was involved. They're like, we going because it's not her money is coming out of the mayor. So what was going on was she was giving money back to the mayor. Like, if I'm gonna give you this money, I'm gonna give you a little bit of this money, but I still want you to move that money and give it back to me because I'm allowing this shit to happen. They was using people's tax money up there because that's all that is our tax money, our reserve, and using that, giving it to criminals, giving it back to her. She literally has a history of doing fraudulent shit. So it ain't too far-fetched. This is for entertainment purposes only. This is a skit. This is for entertainment purposes only. This is a skit. And that's the truth. That's the truth. That popped out. That's the truth. That is the truth. I know what's going on. I know what's going on, bro. Like, that mayor is attached to the blood money that Casey was moving around with. So you got blood on your hands dealing with Casey. Because dealing with Casey, that means people getting taken out. That means people are being surveillance. That means people are getting harmed. People IDs getting changed. She was investing in poisonous weapons. Like, they were poisoning my air and shit in there. Energy weapons. She was paying ex-government officials to do energy weapons. She not right. And this is all documented. Her phone is hot. Her phone is hot. She thought she was slick. Using that communication, she was being watched for a minute. Meeting up with people, ex-government, ex-military. Come on, man. They got weird weapons up there, bro. I'm not the only one that know about this. Look, I didn't do it. So like I said, what this is telling me is that they coming in, the Primal Feds, Internal Affairs, and they're investigating it. 7 is investigation energy. I've been watching them for a minute. Harvest. They've been watching them accumulate all that stuff. They finna lay it to rest real soon. And that's the truth. That's the truth. And if this town wasn't on that, would have been got my justice. This town was trying to see me fold. They think I'm gonna fold and break. I'm not supposed to be here if it was up to these people, because nobody in the justice system was on my side but the Primal Feds. These people are supposed to be neutral. They're not supposed to be picking sides. They're picking sides with the criminals because they're getting paid by the criminals. They're picking sides with the criminals because they're getting paid by the criminals, bro. This is a skit. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm being a new black Dave Chappelle. This is a skit. This is for entertainment purposes only. Y'all not slick and y'all owe me money. This whole city of Peoria plus the police department owe me money. I don't care if y'all getting disbanded. I made it. Y'all paying me for my pain and suffering, nigga. And for the job negligence. Y'all getting paid, y'all abusing y'all authority or power. Y'all still trying to go with plots to try to ambush me. And I'm over here, I ain't on nothing. Y'all not right, bro. Y'all not right, bro. Y'all not right. I got God protecting me. Y'all not gonna touch me. Y'all corrupt. I'm too aligned and balanced with the cosmos to where y'all own the upright government gonna make sure the bad apples get up before they touch me. You can't mess up authority. I got real authority. Trust me, that's why none of y'all plans work. That's why I'm here today, thriving. That lets you know everything you need to know. But yeah, they're laying this to rest. We're gonna have the National Guard in here taking it down, cause it's a war on this criminal activity. This ain't finna be no blue state no more. I ain't no politician, but this ain't finna be no blue state. The blue states have the most corruption. They're being bought off. Yeah, red states got a little bit more protection. As weird as that say, weird as I sound, it's the truth. Like, bro, your police department is going to be ran by the National Guard, bro. It's going to be ran by a different task force because it was too much corruption for that stuff to continue. There was too many innocent lives lost. I'm talking about these drugs take out 20 people a day. There's 20 people dying because the drugs that they're giving these people aren't even the fucking real drugs. They're not balanced right. I don't even like talking about drugs, but there's people out here that do drugs. They're making weapons out of these drugs, and it's taking these people out quicker than the regular stuff. It's taking out people quicker than the regular stuff. Oh God, they're gonna be left out in the cold. Five of Pentacles, love. They're gonna be left out in the cold. They're gonna be able to continue what they're doing. This came out in a reverse, so that lets me know this was what they want. They ain't gonna be able to do what they've been doing. It's gonna be an abrupt ending to where they ain't gonna be able to. There's gonna be hardships coming in. This is coming in quick, cause this is just not right, bro. Y'all is not right. Y'all is not right. Y'all not right. Y'all not right. Y'all supposed to make this place safe. Y'all working with the criminals. Y'all supposed to make this safe. Y'all working with the criminals. You know that ain't right, bro. You know that ain't right. You know that ain't right. You know that ain't right, bro. That ain't right. Working with the criminals, bro. Taking the devil's bait. Motherfucker, you not right. Yeah, they coming in. They coming in quick with this Knight of Wands. They coming in quick. Yeah, they're gonna be disappointed. Yeah, internal affairs. They know what's going on, bro. That's why they around here investigating them. That's why they got the evidence to shut it down. You gonna get paid for your pain and suffering, bro. Because if you wasn't strong, resilient, divinely protected, you would be just like the innocent ones' lives lost. If you didn't know how to move, if you wasn't divinely protected, you'd be another victim to these criminals. But this is for the simple fact that you're divinely protected, you know how to move, they can't touch you. But let's just say you was on the shoe was on the other foot. You would be wrongly prosecuted. You would be in the hands of the corrupt ones. But for the simple fact that God got your back, the great mother got your back, they can't fuck with you. But you still was plotting, you were still involved, you were still taking action, you were still turning a blind eye to where even if he or she did make it, you're still guilty for allowing that stuff to happen and being negligent about it all. You're still guilty. You're guilty. You're guilty. You gotta read the room. It's Judgment Day. I don't care about those reptilians. Those reptilians are out. Dude, those reptilians are out. Those reptilians ain't in America no more. Confirmation. They ain't gonna tell you this, but they power changed. Those reptilians, nigga, those reptilians got beat up by the Draconians. Those reptilians got beat up by the Draconians. Yeah, those reptilians be getting their ass beat, bro. They're not that hard to destroy. These reptilians ain't shit. Nigga, I could take down all them reptilians. Them reptilians ain't know nothing, bro. But see, the vibration of the planet been rising to where it's not gonna be too much of a liability for certain alien beings to come down here and clean that up. They were just waiting on a frequency to rise before they came down here. That's why they trying to distract certain motherfuckers, distract people to get the frequency of the planet low. But the frequency is high enough to get the Draconians here to clean out the reptilians, and they don't have the reptilians backing them no more. They don't have the reptilians backing them no more. They don't. And yeah, they gonna be in hardship. They're gonna lose everything. No new beginning. No more work. They're coming in and they're closing it out. And if you look at the Five of Cups, it's somebody cup spill outside of his house. They're gonna be locked outside of the force. They're gonna be locked outside of the police department. That's what I'm picking up. Because if you get on Rider Waite Tarot, if you look at the other tarot descriptions of the card, picture descriptions, it's somebody basically locked outside their house looking sad. That's them. They don't want me to talk. They don't want me to talk. I understand. But I'm exposing this shit. I'm exposing this shit. That shit is not right. That just irks me, man. I really do. It's like y'all was allowing this stuff to happen. Y'all was allowing this stuff to happen. That ain't right. Yeah. They not feeling too good. They emotions all over the place. With the Ace of Cups in the reverse, that's how they want me to read it. They ain't feeling too good. They ain't feeling too good because they ain't been doing their job right. It's like it's coming back on their health and their morale because they haven't been doing their job right with the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles are dependable, hard-working, you know, practical, consistent, but it's in the reverse. Lets me know I'm supposed to take the negative connotations of it. It's all coming back on because they ain't been doing their job right. They ain't been doing their job right. Yeah, Four of Cups, like I said, they ain't feeling too good. Four of Cups, they ain't feeling too good because they in the hot seat. They in the hot seat, bro. Yeah, they in the hot seat. They finna lose their job. They job in the hot seat. That's confirmation. This is their job. They in the hot seat. They ain't been doing it right. They been being watched. The whole police department's been being watched. They like, these people are so used to doing corrupt stuff, they forget there's a balance with this stuff. Not everybody in the government, not everybody in the government gonna turn a blind eye. It's the snake eating itself. It's the snake eating itself. It get to a point where enough is enough. It get to a point where you got to do the right thing. It's judgment day. It's judgment day. Y'all out here thinking y'all can get away with this shit? Y'all can't get away with this shit. Y'all can't get away with this shit. Y'all been getting away with it long enough. Y'all been getting away with it long enough. And the mayor is feeling the walls closing in on her. It's like these people all grouped up to steal something from me and to basically turn a blind eye to see if I'm gonna be taken out by these motherfuckers. But they ain't able to take me out. Cause I'm like, you can't take out me, motherfucker. Do you know who I am? I've never always rose above this place when I awaken. I learned that all my past lives I've awakened. I'm not attached to this type of karmic shit, like how they think. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not even human, so I never was human down here. I've always was an ancient one. I've always snapped at the right amount of time. I came down here on business. So you can't touch somebody aligned with the cosmos that operates out of integrity and justice. I don't care what you was dealing with in the past. Y'all never dealt with somebody like me connected to the cosmos. Y'all was dealing with some other shit. So they thought they were gonna get away. Y'all took the devil's bait. Y'all took the devil's bait. That's what y'all did. Y'all took the devil's bait. Yeah, they all fighting each other. They're all in conflict right now. They all in conflict because they know they in the hot seat, and they had the nerve to devise another plan attached to some corrupt cops to try to ambush me. Like y'all had the nerve, and that was the last straw that broke the camel back. This stuff is happening quicker than you expect. This is happening quicker than you expect. This ain't no prolonged thing. This stuff been going on so long, they coming in on them, and there's evidence. The internal affairs got the evidence to prove what I'm talking about. The internal affairs got the evidence. There's gonna be structured task force that are neutral that is coming in here that can't be bought. Like super soldiers. Not everybody can be bought. Not everybody can be bought by the enemy. Not everybody can be bought by corrupt motherfuckers. Not everybody. Yeah. And somebody high ranking like Internal Affairs has been investigating these motherfuckers. That's why they all in conflict. They know they in the hot seat. They know they in the hot seat. Yeah, they've been watching these people collaborating and communing with the criminals. Like, why you hanging out with criminals? Is what I'm picking up with this Three of Cups. Like, they literally got photos. They literally caught these cops, these dirty officials. They're catching these people hanging out with the criminals. This ain't me. This is them. They'll watch these people hanging out with criminals, talking to the criminals. Like, come on, bro, that ain't right. That ain't right, bro. The reptilians are gold, by the way. There's probably a few of them, but they ain't got no power down here, bro. This is a big energy shift. Like, the world ain't running how you think no more. It just people ain't getting their power back, and you giving these people your power for no reason. So people think they gotta be in fear, but you really ain't gotta be in fear. You just feeding the system being in fear. Confirmation. Okay, so what I'm getting is what they planned didn't work with this Three of Wands. And weren't able to pursue it. And it got them all fighting each other, all being scattered, scrambling. And they're trying to protect their image. They're trying to protect their job. They're trying to protect their job. They're trying to protect their job. These people are trying to protect their job, and they're trying to get their story straight. But they got more evidence that gets these people attached to a RICO. I don't care what they say. There's cops that are attached to the RICO, this RICO case. Because the Internal Affairs been undercover watching these motherfucking police departments. It's been a silent investigation. These motherfuckers been watching, so they can't get their story straight when they pull out evidence. They pull out call logs. They pull out pictures of you hanging out with these people. So it's like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? There's literally call log. They really got photos of motherfuckers being watched. And I don't think the police department are going to surrender. So what's going to end up happening is I'm getting the Primal Feds are going to make these people pay. They're going to make these people pay you. Like the whole city owe you money because you made it through the assassination attempt. They was trying to assassinate you. So you got to get paid because that does take a toll on your mind. That's emotional damage. That's attempted murder. You got blood on your hands for attempted murder because you was working with the criminals that was doing it. You were being paid to look the blind eye. You were being paid a little bit. So at the end of the day, you got blood on your hands. You got blood on your hands. I'm getting this. They are wrapping things up. I'm gonna get the Seven of Pentacles. They're wrapping up the investigation, and they're basically getting their pieces together. different forces working together to end this conflict. So the full card with the five of wands lets me know they're coming in and they're cleaning up this conflict. They're coming in and cleaning up the conflict. Yep. Now the ones are rushing in to clean it up because like it's getting to a point, bro. You're making an imbalance to where we at, to where it's going to be natural disaster weather because high level corruption is going to cause forces rising up from this place. This realm ain't operating on the same type of energy that's in the past. The land will start to fight against the corruption to where we're going to have things that don't usually happen here, like a tsunami from the river because we're close to a river. That river end up having a tsunami to where we got to deal with a tsunami. They don't get it because whatever they got to do to clean up this injustice, this corruption, they'll do it. So there'll be a tsunami where you at, even though there's not supposed to be a tsunami. There'll be a big earthquake in certain places to destabilize it. Before that happens, internal affairs and these task forces are coming in to clean it up. That's not right. If I'm speaking about it, it's exposed, bro. Because everything I speak about, it always gets exposed, and they're telling me this is in a timely fashion. So this is happening real quick. Because this is happening real quick. Yeah, so they're coming in and they're basically protecting the people's wealth from these wicked, corrupt people. You got people in high places that are protecting people true identity, to protecting their wealth, because I got the Seven of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, King of Wands. So what that's telling me, you got people in high places of authority that you don't know about that is actively making sure anything attached to you is being protected because these are what these criminals were targeting. They were targeting your wealth. They were targeting things, your property. They were trying to steal from you. They probably stole from you in the past, but they couldn't steal everything. There's people actively making sure your stuff ain't getting stolen. So like I said, you always got to thank the primal feds. Confirmation. And that's a double confirmation with that moving over here and over there. You always got to give thanks to the primal feds. The Papa said, because Papa said rules authority on this third dimensional realm when the Great Mother ain't doing nothing. Confirmation with that door slamming. But when you got the Great Mother out here, then Papa Set sits back, but Papa Set can control these establishments more better than the people up there. He has a way of doing it. He has a way of, moving around. No, they're making me tired, bro. I got one more spread. They mad because they're getting stopped at their tracks from stealing shit from people. They're not able to take things and leave. They're not able to do what they want. I got the Ten of Pentacles, King of Cups, Five of Wands, the Full card. What I'm picking up from this, they weren't able to steal what they wanted. So it got this person in conflict, got them in conflict that they can't move on with what they were doing because it got to a halt, a leaping halt. They weren't able to do what they wanted to do. And it's causing them to be scattered emotionally, what I'm getting from this King of Cups and this Five of Wands. And what I'm getting from this Full card, I'm not getting new beginnings. I'm not getting a leap of faith. I'm getting this as reverse energy. They weren't able to continue what they were doing. They got stopped. The snake is eating itself right now. Good cop versus bad cop. Good law versus bad law. And the good law is being protected by primal forces because you're acting off of justice and balance. So you know the cosmos are going let them live, let them pursue what they got to pursue rather than the confirmation with rather than these wicked people pursuing what they want to pursue. You already know the divine going back the upright cops, the upright federal, the primal feds. They ain't finna just let them. They ain't finna let the devil win this time. Okay, so what I'm getting at, you got people in high places that I guess that rock with you with this pairing of the full card with the six of cups. Just let me know they getting pulled towards you to give you justice. What I'm getting is with this four of wands card, it's like unification, feeling drawn to you, stability. So you got people that admire you in high places that making sure you get your justice. And with this ten of wands, I'm getting it. They're gonna free up the burden. Yeah, they ended things and giving and basically freeing up the load because if these people didn't come in, nothing would happen. So it has to take somebody in higher authority to come correct this stuff. Because if they didn't come in here, they're going to end up causing these natural disasters to come out because then you got the land waking up. You don't want to wake the land up. If you wake the land up, we're going to have more problems than before. So this has to happen. If they don't come in, the land's going to do it. The ancestors are going to do it. You don't want the ancestors to do it. Even though the ancestors are doing it, but they got a certain way to do it, and it's going to cause a big ripple effect. A lot of cataclysms, a lot of collateral damage. So you don't want that. You don't want the ancestors coming in, shaking it up. That's about it. I don't want to get drained. I don't want to get drained. I wasn't even tired. I got to give me another refill, Joe. I don't want to get drained doing this. I just had to get this out because I don't know. These people thought they were slick. They thought they were slick, and they owe you money. And they owe you money, bro. Yeah, you made it through these tricks, so they owe you money, bro. You made it. You weren't supposed to make it. So yeah, they owe you, bro. Yes, they owe you, bro. And if it goes to the courts, they gonna owe you even more money. Looks like you might as well settle this out. Write the check for the write the check of the victims that had to deal with this crime and had to survive. You might as well write the check up because you're going to be forced in this lawsuit. You ain't even though you're going to be highlighted, being dealt with this crime because y'all still connected to it. This y'all being marked these corrupt police departments, but you'll make it better than not going out on your shield, denying accountability, and it end up being publicized globally that this whole corrupt police departments were literally actively working with criminals to destabilize people and steal people's shit. So it just gets to a point where it's going to be bigger than what it's supposed to be. So I just advise you guys to settle with the victims involved with this RICO crime. Pay the victims rather than you being attached to this big ass lawsuit to where you're going to have to pay out more than what you initially had to pay. That's what they're telling me to tell these corrupt motherfuckers. Pay up now or lawsuit comes, you're going to have to pay like 30 times more. The choice is yours. But yeah, man, that's about it. That's your boy. I'm out. Just had to drop that. Let's drop that for the people. If you want to send a cash donation to your boy, EG Fisker 1. That's all lowercase, EJJIFISKER 1. All lowercase with the 1 at the end. If you need any of my services, I do readings and shit, but I use playing cards and I got my own little Oracle deck. You know, we can discuss prices, stuff like that in the email. And if you need to check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Shaman Truth. Shaman Truth is one word. It's with the S at the end of truth, so it's Shaman Truth. Shaman is SHAMAN TRUTHS. So you put patreon.com/Shaman Truth. There's a S at the end of truth, so Shaman Truth. That's about it, man. You guys have a good one.